What's going on, guys? Austin Zay back here with another YouTube video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the second round of stimulus and all of the updates that you need to know if they're going to pass a second round of stimulus, and pretty much just a bunch of other updates. I just want to kind of just really fill you in on everything. I haven't made a stimulus video in a few days now, so I just want to make sure that by the end of the video you understand exactly what is going on, and hopefully you're even entertained a little bit. I would really appreciate it if you would smash the like button, as it really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. A couple of other quick updates are that since the beginning of kind of everything that happened, over 40 million Americans have actually filed for unemployment, which is literally mind-boggling, okay? So just crazy, okay? Crazy to think about. And really, that is why we're talking about what we're talking about, right? There are a lot of people that are looking for another round of checks, right? Of stimulus checks. And I definitely want to update you on kind of everything that is going on. Many people actually, such as Greg McBride, the chief financial analyst at Bankrate, actually says that he believes that we're not even getting the full story as it pertains to unemployment, how many people have filed, how many people are actually on unemployment, and things of that nature. So again, I try to stay out of things like that, but a lot of people are actually saying that, look, we actually are not even getting the entire story. The numbers that we're seeing as it pertains to unemployment and a couple of other things are actually skewed, and they're skewed to make it look better than it really even is. You've probably seen a lot of the new proposal videos on YouTube, okay, of all of the different potential stimulus packages that could actually get passed by the House and by the Senate and actually pay out the American people. So we're gonna dive into that a little bit. Again, make sure you sit back, relax, and stay till the end of the video. One thing is for sure, a lot of Americans really want and actually need another check of some sort, especially now with a lot of the even crazier things you're seeing going on. And people at the end of the day are not getting back to work, right? I mean, there are definitely some people that have, but for the most part, a lot of people are not back to work. And this one-time $1,200 stimulus, okay, or $2,400 if you were married, just didn't really cut it. So a lot of people need it. I get that. There's actually a survey I was looking at saying that 84% pretty much need, okay, the second round of stimulus. And that was according to Wallet Hub. So again, a lot of people do need the money. So depending on what actual stimulus bill ends up passing, if a second round of stimulus passed, it could be up to $6,000 in additional money in your pocket, okay? That is the maximum from all of the ones that I'm seeing, and obviously as little as $0 if nothing gets passed at all, and pretty much anywhere in between. You've heard a lot of people talking about the HEROES bill. I'm not gonna get too much into it. I don't wanna bore you, and I do want you to smash the like button and stay to the end of the video, so I'm not gonna get too much into it. But the HEROES bill is another $1,200 check, essentially, okay? It is similar to the CARES Act, which was actually the first, but really like the third stimulus package that passed, and that in a nutshell is the HEROES bill, okay? As of June 1st, the Senate has ended its recess, right? Because we know that the HEROES bill, if you didn't know, got passed in the House, right? In the House of Representatives, it got passed, okay? But then it had to go to the Senate. And we were, prior to Memorial Day, essentially the Senate was, they weren't doing anything, okay? So now the Senate is back from their recess, okay? But at the end of the day, they are debating whether to work on the HEROES Act, okay, or draft another stimulus bill. So that is the HEROES bill, okay? I'm not gonna get too much into the HEROES bill. We're gonna move right along. I'm gonna talk about the next bill, and that is the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act. In other words, $2,000 a month, okay? Now, we saw a lot about the $2,000 a month. Obviously, I had a million people in my comments section. They're like, Austin, that is the stimulus bill that everybody wants to see get passed, okay? It obviously costed a ton of money too, but nonetheless, it is very possible that you see something like that, depending on how crazy the world gets. Obviously, again, we are in an election year, and I hate to be the news reporter. I'm certainly not a news reporter, okay? I typically talk about, how to make money, how to save money, how to invest money, and things like that. But I figure, what the heck, right? Stimulus and money and the economy, it all kind of goes hand in hand as long as I don't get too involved in the politics of everything. I do want to hear your thoughts on the politics, so definitely drop in the comment section. Let me know what you think. But the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act, $2,000 a month, it was proposed by Democratic Senator Kamala Harris from California, okay? Democratic Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont, and Democratic Senator Ed Markey from Massachusetts. So it is a Democratic proposed bill, as most of them are, but we would need to see bipartisan support essentially for a bill to get passed, right? Which is actually what we saw with the CARES Act. We saw extremely quick bipartisan support within about 3 weeks, and we would need to see that again because as of right now, a lot of the Republicans, as you probably know, have said, well, hold on a minute. Let's interview everybody and see how it impacted them and see how much it helped them before we even look at the idea of passing another bill. And obviously the Democrats are, they're the polar opposite, as you probably could imagine. So in a nutshell, that is what that bill looks like. Now, a lot of people would be eligible for that bill the way that it was written, okay? Anyone essentially 16 years and older, even those claimed as dependents, like college kids and adults listed as dependents, and even with disabilities. So that is that bill. I'm going to leave that there for a minute. Actually, we'll talk about unemployment really quick. You would be extending unemployment, the $600 a week in additional unemployment, through the basically the new year, okay, January of 2021. Now, again, that is just a bill. It's just a proposal, just like the HEROES Act. Okay, we're going to keep on moving along. There's another one called the Back to Work bonus of $450 a week. As you've probably seen, a lot of people are not going back to work. Okay, even when things didn't quite get so crazy, and I'm not going to get into kind of all the craziness going on in the world, again, as I want to stay completely neutral, but I will say, even before a lot of the craziness, a lot of people didn't want to go back to work because they were making more on unemployment than they were with their actual salary, right? So there is another one called the Back to Work bonus. It's a proposal from Senator Rob Portman, okay, from Ohio, and it would give Americans who return back to work $450 weekly bonus, in addition to the salary that they're already earning. Now, again, just another proposal, right? A recent study from the University of Chicago, actually, and American Action Forum found that 60 to 70% of people on unemployment are making more than they did at their regular jobs. So again, we just talked about that, right? Because of the enhanced benefits of the care package, when a lot of these people got the $600 additional unemployment on top of the regular unemployment. So I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to anything, right? I think people need the right people, okay, that are economically distressed, right? The people that have actually lost their job and whatever, they need the money. Obviously, there's people out there, just like anything in the world, where they don't need the money. And look, at the end of the day, I want the money or a second round of stimulus for the people that need it. Obviously, if people didn't need it, then we wouldn't even be talking about it, okay? So that is that. And the final thing that I want to talk about is kind of the natural improvement from reopening the economy, which you would get $0 from, obviously, right? So Senator Ben Cardin, okay, Democratic member of the Senate Finance Committee, actually told The Hill that direct payments made more sense in March than they do right now, obviously, and they wanted to target people who are really in need during the next round of relief, if there was the next round of relief. But now, obviously, we're in June. A lot of time has gone by. I will say, though, there is still a ton of craziness going on in the world. So we will see. Chuck Marr, Director of Federal Tax Policy at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, said, the problem with the checks is that they don't necessarily target those who most need them. Kind of like I was just talking about. What's most important is that the top priority be given to the people who are harmed. Again, that is kind of where I'm at, right? I think that there are a large number of people, okay? If you're watching this video, maybe it is you. Go watch some of my other stimulus videos. I've dropped a ton of value. Stay tuned on my channel. I talk a lot about finances and the stock market and real estate and how to invest and things like that, right? But a lot of people, a large demographic of people need the stimulus money. So at the end of the day, I hope for that reason and that reason only that we do see another round of stimulus. I think that there are a lot of people out there that need the money. So for that, I hope that people get their freaking act together and they pass something, okay? The Senate actually passes something. I really do hope that, and I do think that, again, with the world where it's kind of at and as crazy as everything is, there's a really good possibility that we see something happen. I think if everything had gone back to normal and people returned back to their jobs, you probably wouldn't have seen a potential second round at all. But that is not what happened. As a matter of fact, the opposite of that essentially happened, okay? And again, we're in election year, a lot of craziness going on. So I hope you got something from this video. Look, at the end of the day, drop into the comment section what you believe, what you think will happen, what you think needs to happen. I'm just curious. I'm the kind of guy that likes to learn, grow, and evolve. I hope I provided some value to you, so I hope you'll provide some value to me. I would love to check out the comments. I look at every single one of them. Again, click the like button if you haven't already. Stay tuned for my normal content, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.